Welcome back to Fantasy Football by Committee, powered by Flurry Sports. It can be tough to win a fantasy league on your own, but at FFBC, we will work together to bring home the hardware. Hosted by Zach Brunner and the rest of the Flurry Sports crew, we will give top-level analysis, answer your questions, and, well, go off on other tangents.
That was after I tried to get ChatGPT to admit that 9/11 was an inside job, but it stood firm. It gave quite a few solid points that it was true.
Welcome to Fantasy Football by Committee. The show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Garrett, do I give up on Tony Pollard? The dude has been a waste of space essentially this year. Here's the thing, like, do you give up on him? Like, I'm not trading him for nothing. I'm not selling low. But if you are in win now mode, you have to win absolutely everything to get out, of this fucking fantasy football hell or purgatory or wherever you need to win out to make the playoffs. Then I think you can explore moving him. But, like, I get the frustrations. I'm an owner of him in one league, I think. But, boy, like, better days should be ahead. The Cowboys' offensive line, I think, will gel and be a little bit more effective down the stretch of the year. I think that's good news for Tony Pollard. And, yeah, like, I think better days are going to be ahead just overall. But, yeah, don't sell him for, mid running back 2 value. Like, I think rest of season, you're 7-1. So I think you have to, you can for sure bench him. You can take a wait and see approach with him at the current moment for sure. I don't know if you can sell high. If you can sell high, then do it. Like, if someone is so overly optimistic that he's going to get better, that they're willing to overbid for him, then do it. But he's not a must sell. Don't sell low. Don't sell for mid RB2 value. Don't do that. And you especially have the luxury of putting him on your bench. If you lose a week, you lose a week. You don't want to lose any weeks. But if you do, like I had not a 1-to-1 comparison here, but in a dynasty league with salary cap and stuff like that, I was put in a situation this past week. It would have been 7-1. We had one loss. And it's a 2 quarterback league, essentially. It's on Dynasty Owner. So you have a starting team, you have a practice squad team, and then you have a bench. And our starting quarterback was Kirk Cousins, obviously out for the year. My number 2 quarterback's Bryce Young. Number 3 is Badgett. So instead of spending on, I cleared up enough cap space to get either Deshaun Watson or Kyler Murray. I could have gone a Taylor Heineke route. Instead of, doing like a reflex, just claiming a guy, signing a guy immediately, I decided to roll into this week with Bryce Young and Badgett just to see the landscape, to see how things shake out a little bit. And then I'll spend accordingly this week. I'm going to lose this week. I was willing to afford this loss because I know I'm pretty confident I can win out the rest of the way. Even if I don't win out the rest of the way, or you went out the rest of the way, like, you have a playoff spot locked up, right? So put them on your bench. You don't need to sell. I think brighter days are ahead. Let me look at his fantasy playoff schedule just for the hell of it here. Let's just assume you start in week 14. Maybe you start in week 15. But week 14 on, he has Philadelphia at home. Feels like a game he certainly could go off on. He goes to Buffalo. That could be a game he absolutely goes off. To Miami. Love that. And then home against the Detroit Lions in week 17. So there are some schedules. This is the time to start looking ahead to fantasy playoffs if you feel pretty confident about your team. And I don't see anything there that would scare me off of Tony Pollard. In fact, there could be several high-scoring games there and games where he can certainly be used as both a runner and receiver. And I love that. I love that. The best thing about Tony Pollard is he truly doesn't have any competition. So things should get better.